From Red Zone Weather in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
9:19 a.m. and we have a tornado warning for parts of southern Mobile County. This is a possible tornado near Irvington that's pushing off to the east. This is not going to be a tornado warning that lasts very long, but a brief spin-up tornado possible shortly near Irvington, coming into areas near Sunny Cove and Bellefontaine in southern Mobile County. Hope you're having a great Thursday morning. This is an active tornado warning, meaning we need you to take action to protect yourself, as we could have a possible tornado near Interstate 10 and Irvington moving just like this. This will not affect downtown Mobile or the Mobile Metro, even though there's a loud thunderstorm in progress up here. Tornado warning is in the southern part of Mobile County. And so again, an active tornado warning has just come on the board for areas near Irvington in southern Mobile County. I'm going to step off camera to be able to drive our radar this morning. And the first thing we need to do is tell you exactly who is involved in this new tornado warning that's valid just for the next 10 minutes until 9:30 a.m. So here's your tornado warning, and if I call you out, you are involved in this new warning. Valid for the next 10 minutes. Theodore, Irvington, Bellefontaine, also Fowl River, and I see the Weather Service has just updated the polygon. So now the threat is specifically for areas near Bellefontaine, Fowl River, and Goat Island. This could be a brief spin-up tornado right in through here, and this is basically going to be out over Mobile Bay imminently. And so what that means is that folks in Bellefontaine in particular need to be implementing that tornado safety plan right now. Lowest floor of a site-built structure, away from windows and doors, putting as many walls as you can between you and the outside world due to this possible tornado happening near Bellefontaine in southern Mobile County. You want to grab a helmet and put it on if you can. That's the best possible thing that you can do to protect yourself from this possible tornado. And look, this is probably not going to be a deal that lasts very long at all, but again, we're encouraging everyone specifically on areas near DIP and Bellefontaine here in southern Mobile County to go ahead and get in your tornado safe place now, as we have this possible tornado on your doorstep at Bellefontaine. Let's look at the wide view across the region. This is the only tornado warning that we have ongoing in the region. And so again, we're watching this possible tornado in southern Mobile County here. And to be honest, I would be surprised if we had more tornado warnings. The trend has been downward in terms of the overall threat. But again, this is a major call to action right now, just for the next few minutes, for areas near Bellefontaine along DIP right here in southern Mobile County. So watching this situation very carefully as we track a possible tornado. It's probably going to be out over Mobile Bay fairly quickly. And again, this is not going to last very long. And so again, for Bellefontaine specifically, you need to be putting as many walls as you can between you and the outside world. I will mention as well that this does not include downtown Mobile. So if you're at downtown Mobile, you're fine. I realize there's a lot of lightning and thunder in that area right now, but the tornado warning is specifically for this area near Bellefontaine. We'll have to watch it, as this potentially could be a problem for Baldwin County if it holds its strength across Mobile Bay. So just putting you on notice, if you're in Fairhope or Point Clear, we'll have to watch this signature as it crosses the bay. To be honest though, it's kind of fallen apart over the last few frames, which is good news, but nonetheless, there could have been a brief spin-up tornado in southern Mobile County, very near Irvington, when the warning was triggered just a little bit ago. So again, tracking a possible tornado in southern Mobile County. Storms across northwest Florida are not severe at the moment. And when I say not severe, yes, they're loud, yes, they're proud, but they're not producing a tornado right now in northwest Florida and not damaging straight line winds either. So that's good news. And I imagine the Weather Service will go ahead and cancel this tornado warning in the next few minutes as the circulation is clearly now out over Mobile Bay. So at this point, for land areas in Mobile County as of 9:24 a.m., we can tell you that the tornado threat has come to a close. It was a very quick-hitting storm. And again, the threat across land areas of Mobile County, we can now give you an all clear because the threat is now out over Mobile Bay. Again, we're going to have to watch this and see if it comes into Baldwin County with this same amount of strength, because if it does, we could get a tornado warning for areas near Point Clear and Fairhope in about, say, 30 minutes or so. So that's going to be something we're watching over the next few minutes. We're getting an update now from the Weather Service. They're going to just allow this to expire. So again, for land areas in Mobile County, the tornado threat has come to an end. A very quick hitting system this morning in terms of this storm that rapidly developed near Interstate 10 in Irvington. This storm is moving quite quickly at about 50 miles an hour, and that means it's going to cross Mobile Bay in the next few minutes and impact areas near the eastern shore. In fact, you're already getting some heavy rain near Spanish Fort and Daphne, also coming into Montrose as well. But the heavy rain will probably begin in Fairhope in about 10 minutes or so. And if this little circulation center right here holds its strength, this could be problematic for areas near Fairhope and Point Clear. So that's going to be kind of the area that we're watching over the next few minutes. Quite frankly, though, the velocity on this has come down a bit, which is good. That means that the potential for a tornado has probably dropped. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing is producing a water spout out over Mobile Bay, but again, the land area threat has come to a close, and so we can officially tell you that the Weather Service is going to allow this tornado warning to expire in Mobile County, and you can go about your business. Yes, there's going to be loud thunder and quite a bit of lightning with the storms over the next few hours, even in that same part of Mobile County. But the tornado threat across land areas has come to a close there near Bellefontaine as the circulation is now out over water. So let's talk about these other storms. It's been kind of a rowdy morning, to say the least. Loud thunderstorms pushing across the region. But just kind of analyzing these, I don't really see anything that would suggest an imminent tornado threat across northwest Florida, Escambia, Covington counties. You're in good shape in Alabama. Even in Baldwin County right now, yes, storms are loud and proud near Loxley, Spanish Fort, also areas near Gateswood, but those are under severe limits. Lightning does not make a storm severe. You have to have 58 mile per hour winds or a tornado or large hail, and at this point, we do not see that in any of the thunderstorms. And again, quite frankly, this thing in Mobile County, or that was in Mobile County, it's now out over the bay. There's still a bit of a notch here on reflectivity, and that tells us that there could be some gusty winds on the leading edge of that storm at this point. But quite frankly, the velocities have come down a bit, and that leads me to believe that the storm may be weakening slightly. Hopefully that's the case for our friends over in Baldwin County. If you're watching from Point Clear or Fairhope, areas there near Barnwell, could have some gusty winds, heavy rain, quite a bit of lightning over the next 30 minutes to an hour. But it looks like that tornado threat is going to dissipate out over the bay as this storm continues pushing off to the southeast. So let's finish with a wide view. Again, thunderstorms continue to push off to the east this morning. There could be potentially a few more warnings over the next several hours, but I would be a bit surprised. This thing that developed in Mobile County was a rather quick-hitting storm, and this was actually our first tornado warning of the whole evening, whole event. We've been doing this since last evening. We were live last evening, And we've been covering storms all night in the Red Zone Weather app. This area that I have highlighted there in southern Mobile and Baldwin counties, that's going to be the zone that I'm really interested in over the next hour or so. And so if you live in places like Spanish Fort or areas near Foley, also areas near Fairhope, Robertsdale, Summerdale, Silver Hill, you are going to be the bearers of these storms, per se, over the next few minutes as they come in from the west. Quite a bit of lightning with these storms coming in from Mobile Bay. We'll keep watching them, and if we happen to have more tornado warnings, we'll come back on Facebook Live to bring you the very latest. On behalf of all of us at Red Zone Group LLC, I'm Spinks Megginson saying goodbye for now. Coverage continues in the Red Zone Weather app.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.